all the workers working there, you get to know the families, you get to know people who are coming to the factory working every single day. And because
Right.
you are educated, the workers used to tell me कि आप मेरे बच्चे को help कर दो ना, थोड़ा सा पढ़ा दो. And the thing
Right.
very interestingly that I experienced over there, and frankly I was quite young, I was not very old when I got that passion or that dedication to do something in education as a space.
Right.
When the kids were very much similarly aged as me, maybe slightly younger, but what they were learning in schools versus what we were learning in schools in a Delhi or a Calcutta, they were at least 2 to 3 years behind us. And it was not for lack of talent, it was just access to education.
Hello and welcome to Inventiva's interview series, where we talk with young and bright entrepreneurs and they tell us about their startup journey and how they got to where they are today. I am Ayushi Marwa, and today we are in conversation with Ms. Prerna Jhunjhunwala, founder of Creative Galileo, a new age ed tech startup transforming early learning for children from 3 to 8 years. In less than a year, the app has witnessed 3 million downloads from the Indian subcontinent. The app aims to accelerate child's development of early literacy through narrative videos, gamification, and personalized learning journeys. Welcome, Ms. Prerna. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having me, Ayushi.
All right. So, without wasting any time, let's begin. The question, which is seemingly obvious but never obvious: how, why, and when did you decide to start Creative Galileo?
How so? A lot of my childhood was actually spent in very remote parts of India, because my father was used to acquire sick units, and he used to work with a lot of jute factories, and basically used to run jute factories. As a
Right,
result of which, these factories used to be located in, like, not the mainstream cities, right? It used to be located in Barakpur, Vishakhapatnam, Nilimarla, Alwar, these places. And
right,
because our holidays our vacations used to be over there, and you work when you are in Alwar and you are in, say, a Barakpur in the factory, you pretty much go to factory every single day,
right,
along with your parents, because that's what we did on holidays. As a result of which, all the workers working there, you get to know the families, you get to know people who are coming to the factory working every single day. And because
right,
you are educated, the workers used to tell me कि आप मेरे बच्चे को help कर दो ना, थोड़ा सा पढ़ा दो. And the thing
right,
very interestingly that I experienced over there, and frankly I was quite young, I was not very old when I got that passion or that dedication to do something in education as a space.
right,
When the kids were very much similarly aged as me, maybe slightly younger, but what they were learning in schools versus what we were learning in schools in a Delhi or a Calcutta, they were at least 2 to 3 years behind us. And it was not for lack of talent, it was just access to education. So
right,
that access to education needed to be available. We are talking about a country that has 170 million children as a population between
right,
the age of 3 to 10 years of age. And those are the most formative years of a child's life, right? If you
right,
don't get the basics right in education, you can definitely not get the test preparations going right. So everybody is focused on test preparation, GEE, CBSE, 12th results. But the point is that the basis or the foundations of that is set way earlier in life, between
right,
that 3 to 10-year-old age group, where a child is real. It's science now, at the pace at which a child's brain is learning, or the synaptic connections are being formed, is all between the age of 3 and 9. And if we are not
right,
being able to give children proper access to education at that point, then there is a problem. So that passion to do something in education, just seeing it so closely that access to education is not there, was something that I always wanted to build schools. And then it so happened that I moved to Singapore, and I started my first set of schools here. actually. And my schools in Singapore ended up being very acclaimed schools in Singapore. All of them are on wait lists, running at full capacity. But my passion was always doing something there, right? Doing something in
Right.
India where I can make education accessible to people. And the more I ran schools, the more I realized that technology is here to disrupt, right? With a school, you can
Mhm.
reach 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 kids. But
Right.
how do you reach the millions? And that is where I decided to do Creative Galileo.
Lovely. And when was it like you implemented this plan of yours exactly?
About a year ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, how did you decide to call it Creative Galileo?
Yeah, I'm a very big proponent of not forcing the children to learn. Okay, I think
Mm-hmm.
education needs to be immersive. I think you should engage them into their own process of learning. I don't think that a teacher can just sit and, with COVID, what has happened, right? Everybody
Right,
is trying to teach children online classes. Now,
right.
any mother can tell you that a 5-year-old child cannot learn guitar on an online class. Okay, they
Yeah,
definitely cannot learn. They
yeah,
definitely cannot, like, if you're trying to teach them phonics on an online classes, वो बच्चा एक दिन रहेगा, 2 दिन रहेगा, तीसरे दिन भाग जाएगा. Like, so I'm a very big proponent of making children learn in a way they understand. Make learning so fun and entertaining for them. And I think creativity in that learning is what opens up the avenues or the spheres of education, right?
right.
So typically everyone would talk about ABC learning, 1, 2, 3 learning. For me, learning is not ABC or 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Learning is a journey, it's a process, it's an experience, it's creativity, like building that spark of creativity within you, right? That's why
right.
creative Galileo is obviously one of the greatest scientists that
Yeah, yeah,
existed, right? So it is
right,
about that critical thinking, it is about that analytical thinking that we want to build in children.
right. So
So
now that we know the inspiration, like how did you decide on the name, and you've told me the purpose behind it, how did you come up with the concept of the app and the features of the app, and the whole journey of your company for that matter, or this venture? From where did you start, and what did you see coming, what did you expect, and the response you've received today, the whole journey, if you could, like, maybe.
So, to build what I've built, my first and foremost thing was understanding my audience, which is the children and the parents. And
Right,
having run schools already, I mean, I have a 600 बच्चे हर रोज स्कूल आते हैं, right?
right.
And experiencing what they like or dislike was the first understanding of kind of building this app. And जो भी बोलो आप, children are the most loyal customers. Okay, अगर
Mhm.
उनको मिकी माउस पसंद रहता है ना, तो उनका वाटर बॉटल मिकी माउस होना चाहिए, उनका बेडशीट मिकी माउस होना चाहिए, उनका स्कूल बैग मिकी माउस होना चाहिए. Everything should be Mickey Mouse.
Absolutely.
And as parents, we are hardwired to make sure that our children are learning, are developing, and are growing. So my concept was कि बच्चे को learning में fun होना चाहिए. तो
Mm.
Mickey Mouse is an example, but there are so many characters in India today who children
Right.
relate to so much, whether it's a Little Singham, whether it is a Shaktiman, whether it's a Golmaal Junior, whether it is a Little Krishna, whether it is a Bahubali, right? These characters children are watching today on Netflix, Discovery Kids, Nickelodeon, all these various different platforms. But
Right.
why don't we bring together all these characters, almost like a universe of characters, to take children through their learning journeys? एंड ऐसा तो नहीं है कि ऐसे कैरेक्टर्स एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते या ये कैरेक्टर्स चिल्ड्रन रिलेट नहीं करते. वो रिलेटेबिलिटी है. दे हैव 40 million views on a weekly basis. So why aren't we using the brand of these characters to take children through a process of learning? It's not just even that, it is also that अगर आप international markets में देखो, right? Talk
Mhm.
about Sesame Street, talk about Dora the Explorer, talk about Peppa Pig. All of them are building very successful learning app. Now
Right.
Peppa Pig एवरेज इंडियन बच्चा नहीं जानता, या डोरा द एक्सप्लोरर एवरेज इंडियन बच्चा नहीं जानता. दे नो लिटिल
Mhm.
सिंघम, लिटिल कृष्णा.
Yeah.
तो जो उनको समझता है उससे एजुकेशन करानी चाहिए ना. Why
Right.
and the world is doing it, so why can't we as Indians do it for the children? So that's where the concept came into play, and it we launched our first POC with Little Singham, right? Because we signed a lot of characters, because the concept was to build an entire universe of these characters, not depend on only
Right.
one thing.
Right.
But obviously, when we started our POC, we were like, okay, we can't launch with 20 characters. एक के साथ launch करके देखते हैं whether it will be a success, it will not be a success, what we have to improve on, and so on and the other. So we started with Little Singham, and I mean, and we didn't even do any marketing spend and stuff like that, because we were just, it was just a very basic POC that we launched in the
Right.
market.
Right.
And उसके साथ भी 6 महीने में without any marketing spend we reached 1 million. Now we are closing a year soon enough, and we would have crossed about 3.5 million downloads in the first year itself, with like barely any marketing spend. So that is what the app is doing. It's creating a strong word of mouth. People are recommending it to each other. Friends are recommending it to each other. Children are using the app. Engagement on the app is very high, and in the process, the child is learning. So it's a win-win situation.
Lovely. So, did you always wanted to work in this industry, or like, if not, what was your dream job when you were younger? So, you told me the journey of the, of the whole thing, creative Galileo, but I want you to tell me something about yourself now, your journey.
Yeah, for me, I grew up in Delhi and in Calcutta mostly.
Okay.
Then I went to NYU to study. And then when I moved to Singapore, I always knew my passion lay in education. So
Right.
education was something that I was almost like kind of, it was my passion, and that is why I started my first school. It was a small center. It was not even like a really large center. It was a small center in the suburb, like in Singapore. But within the first 6 months my center was full. And there are a lot of legacy schools in Singapore, right? There is the
Right.
SAS, the UWC, the Eton House, and so on and so forth. So इतने legacy school है, and बीच में एक छोटा सा center is doing really really well. And then usi first school se we started expanding. So we built multiple
Right.
school across Singapore. um, uh, the journey just started. Actually in 5 years we saw quite a lot of growth in the sector. So I begin to realize that obviously we are doing something right. If in Singapore, as a country where there's so many legacy schools, your center is constantly like getting full in 6 months, definitely we are doing something quite correct. And that
Right.
was two things in my opinion. One was our curriculum. The way we teach our kids is very experience based, right? It's
Right.
not ki paper base पूरे दिन बैठ के worksheet करे. It's not like that. The way that we build our centers is, we have a digital life room. So children, if they color something, right, they're learning about cars. They color the car and they can basically scan that car, and the car will start animating itself onto the walls. So the car is actually driving itself, and the child has colored that car. Then one of the things that we have is United Nations. We want the children to learn about Japan, right? So we have a sushi day where the children are making sushi, right? They dress up as chef. We set up sushi counters, and children actually make sushi, learn how to make sushi.
So
Then we
sweet.
have, we have a cookery area. We have a art studio. We have a performing arts theater. So even though the kids are young, they are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of age, but we do all these activities with them even at this age. And children
Right.
understand. Like my own child is just 2 years old, and one day she came back to me and she said, "Mama, my favorite artist is Picasso." I said, I got a little flustered. I was like, "Isko nahi malum ho sakta what is Picasso, right?" So
Right.
I think she maybe just like bluffed it or something. Like, बच्चे they talk,
Yeah.
so ऐसे कुछ
Yeah.
नहीं होगा. Then we were crossing something, and then she goes, "Mama, this is Yayo Kusama." which is a artist who does like big pumpkins with like round, which is very unbelievable that a 2-year-old child will
Yeah.
know this, and even if the child is taught this, will remember this. But then I realized that in school they're doing these things. They learn about
Yeah.
Van Gogh, they do paintings related to Van Gogh, and when they are engrossed in that experience, they pick up those things very easily. So I think that was my journey as an educator. When I was seeing these experiences make a difference in the lives of children, I saw
Right.
it very closely with my own child. That is when I was like, let's do it at scale. Let's see more children. I mean, it's an impact thing, right? When you want to do
Right.
something which is a big cause and you want to settle it, it's an impact that you want to create in your journey, a legacy you want to build, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So that
So,
was.
yeah. All right. So, in this journey of yours, what would you consider to be your first big break in your career?
Break. Yeah, I think my break is like an ongoing break. Yeah, I've been very lucky that my first thing I did was a success. The second I did was a bigger success. Then a third was a bigger success. So abhi tak, like it just, I started small. I never started big. That I was like, acha ye mera major breakthrough hai situation, right?
Right.
I started
Right.
very small. I started my POC with one character alone. I didn't myself imagine कि एक character से 1 million downloads हो जाएंगे, right? So
Right.
I think the big change is yet to happen, but we've seen many successes through this journey already. So I don't know if there's a break, or I've been lucky enough to get too many of these breaks.
Lovely. So, what is
Yeah.
the one skill or emotion or quality you wished you'd learned before joining this industry, and now you look for in people while hiring or recruiting? That X factor for Creative Galileo, what would that be?
The X factor for Creative Galileo.
Yeah.
I think it's understanding child psychology. So, what I realized that as adults, we think from our perspective, right? This is our perspective. This is the perspective of the world, and we think that is right, and we want to implement it for everybody. But
Mhm.
I think very few people are able to step away from their perspective and understand the perspective of a child. Once you understand the perspective of that child, is when you can build something which the child is getting engaged in. And this is
Right.
very big in a country like China, where all the big edtech company, the largest amount of hires they do are of child psychologists, right? People who
Right.
understand the psychology of the child. But I feel like as a Indian edtech company, or Indian edtech companies, they don't spend enough time understanding the psychology of the child. Most of the things that we see right now is either built by complete educators, that I'm the teacher, and it's still the very old traditional way of teaching versus the new age way of thinking, the new age way of involving a child in their learning journey.
Right.
So that is something that definitely makes a difference. On a more simple thing, if you ask me, I'm a big proponent of person who can persevere, right? Like I look for a lot of grit and perseverance in a person, for
Right.
me. When we work in a very high pressure situation where we have like weekly launches we want to target. There are like weekly new things that we are releasing, one after the other, one after the other. Anybody who is doesn't have that kind of grit or perseverance and is not pushing through, um, that is something that I always look for when we are building the team.
Right. Absolutely. So, what is your marketing strategy or content strategy for expanding the Little Singam IP and the overall Creative Galileo brand now?
Like I mentioned, right? So Little Singer was my POC, but now it's much bigger. So we have Bahubali, which will be launching soon. We have Chakra that's already launched. We'll have Golmaal Junior characters that will be launching soon. We'll have Shaktiman launching soon. Big Bees is already launched. We are talking about at least 15 or 20 different characters launching in a very quick span of time now with their own different learning. academies. We are creating content जिसमें children are learning about our culture, learning about numeracy, learning about languages, learning. So what we are targeting is holistic learning. It's not secluded, right? It's not just फ्रैक्शन सीख रहे बच्चा आप ये ऐप डाउनलोड कर लो, एडिशन सिखाना है ये ऐप डाउनलोड कर लो. इट इज होलिस्टिक लर्निंग, इट्स स्टेप बाय स्टेप लर्निंग कि okay, a child needs to start with rote counting, then they go on to one correspondence, then they go on to sorting, then they go on to grouping, then they go on to addition, then they go on to, so the entire learning journey from the age group of 3 to 9 is being charted for a child. So that is the strategy, and in terms of learning pedagogy is what we are approaching. We are kind of following a little, we are inspired by multiple intelligences by Howard Gardner. When we talk about multiple intelligences, what it means is that no child has only one intelligence, right? There are 9 different types of intelligences in a child because every child is unique. Some child may be a very good kinesthetic learner, some child may be a good auditory learner, some child may be a good visual learner. So we use all these different types of learning, make sure we cater to all the different children. Agar aapko visual learner ho, then learn through videos, right? If you're audio learner or you're kinesthetic learner, you can learn through games, you can learn through phonics activities in the app. So those are the domains that we are starting to cover in terms of pedagogy. Characters, at least 15 new characters are up for launches, one after the other on the platform. So quite a lot happening in terms of future strategy on our platform.
Lovely. So, what kind of funding and investment are you looking for, or how did you raise funds initially? Just like an insider tip or insight for all the budding entrepreneurs out there.
So, insider tip is just focus on your product. I think as entrepreneurs, sometimes like there's a lot of talk of funding. ये fund कराना है, वो fund कराना है, वो fund कराना है. I think as maybe my mindset is a little more old school. My mindset is that focus on your product. Focus on your product market fit. You get that right, money will chase after you. You don't have to chase after money, because if you are chasing after money, fundamentally you're not focusing on what is truly important. Because and that is actually what happened with us also, because mine was just a POC. I was focusing on the POC. I started to get reverse inquiries. So when the reverse inquiries happened to me, that's when I realized that okay, maybe I should start looking at funding, because I was anyway running schools. So I had enough funds that I could deploy. So it was not even in my mind space that I want to go or run after funding so early in the journey. But when I started to get reverse inquiries, then I realized that it may be a good idea, because I can scale it 1 to 10. But if I want to scale it really fast, 1 to 100, it may be a good opportunity to go and raise external capital. So managed to do that really fast. I'm still under NDA, so I can't talk about it very much. But yeah, it was a very good, healthy journey that we had.
Lovely. And I absolutely agree with you when you said that, this is some kind of an old school thinking that you should believe in your product. Because how would you make somebody else believe in your product if you yourself don't have faith in it? So I think that's the key word every entrepreneur out there should focus on. All right. So
Yeah.
what new features on the app or new characters? Like you said, there are 15 or more, but like in the upcoming future, any other features you're planning to launch?
Yeah, there are many features. Yeah, we're looking at launching our parent portal very soon, where there will be a lot of interactivity between the parent and the app as well, where parents can actually track their child's learning. So that is one feature that we will be launching very soon. We want to be launching some things like social learning journeys. So when we talk about social learning journey, it's like, suppose ki there are games like Among Us, which is very big in children, right? There are 20 kids playing that together, or 7 kids who have a close group, they are playing that game together. But just imagine if there are games that are challenging a child's logical thinking, and kids are playing that together. A game like Scrabble, where they are learning spellings, okay? A game of which is testing their addition capacity. And even if you make them play that on a regular basis, They are just improving or polishing their skill sets, right? For them it is just a game, but actually they're learning a very important concept while doing that. So that is what we are looking at launching also very soon, which is social learning journey, which where friends can play with friends instead of it just being a gameplay, but it's actually a learn play. So that is something that we are looking at launching very soon. And then obviously our journey is getting more and more personalized as we speak. So these are some of the bigger features that we are looking at launching. But as a product, our product is constantly evolving. We are constantly learning. We are constantly improving. So that's something we keep a very close tab on.
Okay. So, coming to my final question, tell me your vision. Creative Galileo in 2030. How would you describe it?
A app that makes a difference in the lives of a lot of people, a lot of children who cannot afford the most highest quality education, but we are making it accessible for them. The app will not just focus on India alone as a market, because I strongly believe what India is facing today is what a Pakistan is facing, what a Nepal is facing, what a Indonesia is facing, what a Vietnam is facing, what a Cambodia is facing. So, what is happening right now is not a problem unique to India. It is a problem unique to the entire South Asian continent and the ASEAN region by extension. So, I would like to make learning happen in a way that children understand, that children value across the entire South Asia and ASEAN region.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
So, global market is the vision then.
Yeah, eventually, yes.
Lovely. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Prerna, for sharing your insightful experience with us. And we wish you all the very best with this venture of yours. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ayushi. Thank you.